Hello, everyone. And shout out to each and every one of you as you tune up into the live with your girl, Siren. Hello, 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 and hi, hi, hi. Okay, we are going to talk. Let me lower my blankets, y'all. I'm a little cold up and through, okay? My legs get a little nippy sometimes. So listen, you guys, today, all right, I decided to come live once again. I know you guys are probably shocked because I just went live yesterday, but it don't matter. Here we go again, right? So today we're going to be talking about, how to surround yourself with the right people. Yesterday we talked about love. We talked about, relationships and, picking the right person and looking out for those toxic triggers and those toxic features so that you're not trapped in a relationship or committed to anyone that you don't really want to be committed to. Okay. So today, one of the things that I want to talk about is something that comes up a lot, okay? Should I give my homegirl my man's number just in case of an emergency? Even if it's your husband, I don't think that your friend should have that close of a connection or communication with your significant other. Not that you cannot trust them. That's not what I'm saying. But nature can take its course, okay? Things can happen to where, that phone call becomes a little random and it gets a little, comfortable. And next thing you know, something is going down. I'm just not really that cool with my friends having access to my man. Not that I think I have horrible friends or not that I think I have a horrible man. I'm just not going to put oil and water in a pot expecting it to mix when I know it's not. Some things are just common sense, okay? Some things are just, you know what, I don't want anything to take place, so I'm not going to, trigger an experience. So I personally do not agree with your friend having your man's number or your man having your friend's number. You can reach me however. I don't care if you have to send up a bat sign. Do that, okay? But you don't need to call Keita asking her, am I with her? You know what I'm saying? So let me give you guys a little small story time. Okay, just a little small story time of a time where Siren, let my friend get a little too close to my man. Okay, now did this one particular situation determine how I feel about it in general? I don't think so. But like I said, I'm just not going to put oil and water in a pot expecting it to mix when I don't. I'm just using common sense. Okay, hey to you guys, shout out to you. Okay, as you tune up into the building, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who come in and give the video a big old fat thumbs up. Okay, I appreciate that. So, yeah, when it comes to, like I said, my friends having access to my man, his number, his phone number, I'm just not down with that. So years ago, I had what I consider a bestie, right? And this bestie, I did introduce, well, I don't even think I officially introduced the two of them. Let's just say she would see the two of us together. Okay, so she knew of him. I never say, hey, bestie, this is my boo. Boo, this is my bestie. I never really did that. It was kind of like, hey, what's up, girl? What you doing today? Oh, da 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 da. We would run into each other and then she would, see him along with me. So one day, okay, here we have Bestie, who is in a store in the neighborhood that we live in, and then in walks Bay. Okay, now my piece done walked into the store and runs into Bestie. Now Bestie knows that this is my piece. Okay, she sees him and she was crying. Okay, she was very going through whatever it was she was going through. So, Bay is like, hey, girl, what's up? You good? You all right? And she was like on the phone, like, I can't really say anything right now, but give me your phone. Like, call me, call me, call me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, oh, I want to talk to you about something that's going on, but I'm on this call, but call me. I'm going to be off this phone in a few minutes. So, of course, he's thinking nothing of it. He's like, okay, she puts her number in his phone. And then, he was walking through the store and she was still going through whatever. And I guess when he left, he was like, all right, I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to call you. And immediately, I guess as he walked out the store, she called. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if she called him or he called her. Somehow the phone call was made. So now we have my alleged bestie and my boo. Now, they and I were very early in this time. I think we had been together maybe less than a year. Very probably damn near pushing. No, we weren't even a year. It was a few months. So anywho, now we got Bae on the phone with Bestie. So the conversation goes from whatever it was she was going through. Oh, I'm just, I'm going through that. I was just to, I guess the conversation moved over into, okay, like, I feel like you're feeling me. Yeah, feeling me? So, anywho, nothing came of it, okay? Unfortunately for them. But nothing came of it. That conversation ended up leading into another conversation and another conversation. And now we have my boo and my bestie having conversations on the phone with each other, okay? Which more than likely, the topic was siren. Okay? So, she reached out to me. Perhaps maybe about a week later, she reached out to me and she says, I want to talk to you. I want to tell you something. And I'm like, what's up? They hadn't told me he was having conversation. Well, he did. I'm sorry. He did tell me, but he told me from the beginning, like, oh, I saw her. She was crying and da-da-da-da-da. And, she put her number in my phone and, I just checked on her to see, but that's all I got was that right there. I didn't know there were additional conversations being had afterwards. Okay. So she calls me and she's like, well, I just want to let you know that he and I have been having conversations for the last week or so. And, we did schedule a day where we were supposed to kind of like meet up or whatever. But I kind of felt bad about it. And I just want to let you know. And I'm like, you want to let me know because you feel bad, or you want to let me know because you feel it's the right thing to do? And this is why I say when it comes to friends, as happy as they can be for you, it is as easy as they can want to be in your shoes. Okay? And if you attract a lot of good men, if you are somebody who you attract a pretty decent man, you attract a man, because see, some women can't get men to do what you can probably get men to do easily. Some women cannot walk backwards to get a man to do for them what he does for you. Okay. So I, personally found that it's just like, it's kind of like people will hold in their jealousy, people will hold in their envy, and people will hold in like their insecurity. And it will show in their actions. So you have to pay more attention to people's action than you do what it is that people say. Because I'm most certain back then, Bestie and I had conversations about how we are all like, like we're cool. Like I got your back, you got mine. But in this particular situation, it was the minute I can walk in your shoes, I will. So sometimes women can secretly be envious or jealous of the type of relationships that you have. Now, what I want to talk about when it comes to jealousy, you guys, listen, that is second nature. People can say all the time, I'm not jealous. Okay, I am not jealous. I am not, envious of you, or I'm not envious of anybody. I'm not envious of, but deep down inside, you will see the actions of jealousy. Jealousy is something that we, as having this human experience, we cannot avoid. When we see things that we want and somebody else may have, we may naturally feel a little bit of jealousy or envy, or sometimes we tend to idolize. Idolization is an equivalent energy to jealousy and envy. It's not that one is better than the other. They all vibrate on the same spectrum. They all vibrate on that same pace, okay? So someone can easily be jealous of you and not really, it's not that they're doing it intentionally. It's just they want what you have, or they want who you have. Okay. So sometimes you can be, I've seen, you guys have seen all over the news where, the young girl who went out of town, I think to Mexico, she went to Mexico with her friends and she ended up not coming back home. Okay. Because she was very successful, and here she is having all of this money. She's this entrepreneur. She's doing her thing. She's getting her life together. But then here we have some friends around who, will exude the energy of jealousy or envy. Okay. So do I feel comfortable with my friend having my husband's number? No. And we can even push that over into family. As far as female family members, you guys have seen that movie Soul Food. Y'all seen a little cousin. Y'all seen what her name's Cousin Faith. Okay, y'all see, everybody know Cousin Faith, and everybody have a Cousin Faith in their family, So, when it comes to connecting people, you just got to make sure, like, listen, my brother could reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? Or my male cousin or things of that nature. But me personally, sitting up here saying, okay, I feel comfortable with her having no, absolutely not. I think you are setting up a dinner that you are not ready to eat. Okay. I don't think it is healthy for them to have any outside connection where you are not involved. And it's not that they're not people you can't trust. I just say nature will take its course. Things may happen. Frequencies may arise. Who knows whatever may come out of that. But I would not suggest that you allow your friend to have your man's number, or your man to have your friend's number. Now, back when I was, dating, it wasn't about them having the number, because, back then we had house phones, okay? And you have caller ID. So, your piece is over there. They can see who's calling, and they can see when your bestie always call, because, you see the phone number or whatever. So it was easy for them to, get the phone number then, but all together, all right? Today, no, absolutely not. Having that cell phone, you guys, I just don't think that makes sense, okay? I don't know how you guys feel. You can let me know. You can share your opinions, okay? Just be very respectful in the comments. I don't know how it is that you guys feel about that situation, but I'm just giving you how I feel, okay? Again, this is Siren speaking on the Siren Speak Show, okay? So we are talking about, should your friend have your man's number in case of an emergency? Look, if anything happened to me, you got my phone. Okay, you can take my phone and you can call my piece, you can call my mom, you can call whomever, but you don't need to have his number in your phone, right? You kind of like preventing something from happening here. Who knows what will happen? We're not magicians. We don't know what will happen and what won't happen. So I'm not going to set up the scene for anything to happen. If you two get together, it will be without my assistance. Okay? Period. Hey to everyone who's tuned up into. Hello. Hi, Cubby, Drew. Hey, how are you? Hey, Saran. You say, what is this live about? It's about you, baby. It's all about you. How about that? Hey, so yes, you guys, that is just how I take on, should your friend have your man's number? Like I say, this is just my experience, what I went through. And that's just one of the reasons why I say we just have to use common sense. You know what I'm saying? You can't put two, you know how it is when you have a male dog and a female dog. Of course, nature is going to happen. Natural things are going to occur. Okay, so it's like when you put that masculine and that feminine energy together, it is just, it's obvious that eventually one day they're going to that magnet is going to connect. Just imagine being stranded alone. Do you think for 1 second, if your man and your best friend was stranded alone on an island, that they would not get together? That's how I look at it. Okay. If you guys were stranded on an island, would y'all hook up? Of course. Okay, of course, because my friends are sexy and my man is sexy. Why would they not? Okay. So no, you guys, I don't recommend that. I definitely recommend keeping your relationship to, yourself, keeping your relationship private. You know, sometimes besties can get a little jealous because maybe you're single with them and then now all of a sudden you get a man. Okay. And now all of a sudden he's keeping you busy. And now all of a sudden he want all your time. So besties can tend to act out a little bit, and you just have to know the signs. Okay. And you have to know how to create healthy boundaries within your friendships and within that relationship, so that, because a friendship, especially with the bestie, is like a relationship. It really, truly is. It's one of the most closest relationships you will have without intimacy. Okay. Like your bestie is like, honestly, like your significant other. They know everything about you, right? They know all the things about you, and you two take care of each other, and you're in this partnership where it's like, I'm your bestie. Nobody else can be your bestie, or, we're your bestie and we're just the bestie clique right here. Like you got to be loyal to that bestie to where you're not inviting other people. Hey, we have a new bestie. They're going to be looking at you like, what? So it's a natural form of envy or jealousy, or somebody getting pissed off or whatever. It's natural, and we can't make it look like we don't know any better. If you that naive to where you like, yeah, like I really believe that they're going to do right by this connection, so I feel like they can, have access to one another. You got to learn how to play this game called love. You got to learn how to play this game called life, because there's no way. Okay. I want anybody, especially people that I can't really trust. I'm not close with you like that. No, I don't want you. I don't want you doing nothing when it comes to my man. I don't want you having access to my man. Now, I'm going to give you guys another version, okay, which is another story. A little small story time. There's another version of a situation that I want to talk to you guys about. Okay. And this time, Siren was on the other side of this situation. Okay. So there was this girl. Okay. She and I were friends. And, we were rather close as friends. We weren't like bestie, but we were very, very, very close, to where we talked every day. And she was married. I was single. Okay. And like I said, this is back in the day when you call people's house and they have caller ID. Okay. So because I talked to her so much, and, a lot of times her husband would be in the background, or, if he answered the phone, if I called, you know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? How the kids? How was work? How's everything going? Where's wifey? Yep. I'm just calling to check in with her, very, very, very innocent. So here I am, friends with this woman. She's married. And of course, I went to their baby showers. So I was there throughout children for them and things of that nature. We're not talking about a flyby. We're talking like years of, us just being really cool with one another. And like I said, she was married. I wasn't. I was single, but I was in a relationship or a friendship. Okay. I had a boyfriend at the time who was eventually my fiance. We eventually got engaged, right? So at this time, my fiance and I, we separated. We break up, we separated. So now I'm single. So of course, her husband, as I'm calling her, and, we talking like, that's it. He's gone, da, 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 da. So her husband knows now that I am single, right? And he makes his way to calling me. Okay, he called me kind of like giving a surprise he wanted to do a surprise for her. And I guess he wanted me to be a part of that surprise. So this is why he called me, but he called me from his cell phone. I believe his cell phone or his work phone. I'm not really sure. It wasn't from his home phone. So now he calls me directly. And it's like, hey, don't let her know, but this is what I'm doing, and da 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 da. So of course, I think it's innocent. I think it's very innocent. Was I comfortable with him calling me, outside of their home or without her knowing? No, no. But it wasn't, he didn't give off any strange or crazy vibe. Okay, so I accepted that. All right, you call in my house. I never gave you my number or permission to call me, but I understand why you're calling. This is a surprise, and you want me to be a part of this, so it is what it is. So I guess after that situation, he felt comfortable and he called again. So now the second time he asks, okay, can he come by and can he see me? Because there was something he wanted to tell me. So I'm like, okay, and then he did offer to bring something that I liked. Okay, he did offer to bring something that I liked, but it was what we both like. And he was like, I'm bringing you one because I got one for her, so I'm gonna bring one for you, when I come over there. But it's something I want to talk to you about, and da da da. So I'm still thinking this is weird, but I'm still thinking that it is innocent. Okay, so now he comes over. Okay, and I get the item that he bring. I'm like, all right, cool. It is what it is. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So what's up? So, he then says to me that he has been liking me, like he been feeling me, or I don't know how, because I never really was in a one-on-one with him. You know what I'm saying? I've never been the type of girl who wants to have a one-on-one with somebody else's man, like regardless of what it is. I'm like, no, I don't care who you are. You could be my brother-in-law, you could be my bestie's man. I don't care who you are. I just don't, because it's just weird, right? So now he comes over, and what he wants to tell me, I'm thinking it's another surprise, but it's not. He's literally spewing out his feelings for me. And I'm just like, holy smokes. Okay. Now, the weird thing about it is that I decided to have a conversation with him. I'm like, listen, we need to get away from my house, okay? Because you just don't need to be at my house. You don't need to be where I am like this. Let's, go somewhere. So we went on a little walk. And during that walk, I just had to break it down for him. Listen, I don't know how you are as a husband, but I know how I am as a friend, okay? And I do not engage, interact, become intimate with, or anything of my friend's man, especially my friend's husband. And literally, shame on you. Like, if you want to cheat on her, you're going to come to me, the person who, like, we're on the phone every day. I'm literally talking to her while I'm eating breakfast. She's like the last person I talk to before I go to bed. So at this time, I am dating, okay? I have friends. I have my top 5. So I am dating, and I'm just like, I just feel very strange with you coming at me like this. I said, whatever y'all going through in y'all marriage, you need to try to make that work. I just strongly suggest that you try to work on whatever it is that's driving you over here. Okay, and don't let it drive you over here ever again, because not today, not tomorrow, not ever will I come in contact or interact with you like that. And I really just don't appreciate the disrespect. Like, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? So I sent him on his way after that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I didn't know how to tell her. You guys, that put me in that was probably one of the most uncomfortable experiences I had ever been through in my life, because I'm like, I don't know how to tell her. And of course, I know I'm going to talk to her the next day. And I didn't say anything. I did not say anything, you guys, because I told him, for as long as he don't call me again, like, okay, I'm not going to say anything about this. Just know you can't call me. You can't come through. It's nothing between you and I. It would not ever be. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I just, of course, you know how it is. You got to back away a little bit. Okay. So I kind of distanced myself a little bit. I was honestly hoping like this, that he would say something to her, but he didn't. He didn't say anything to her. And I ended up having a conversation with one of my boyfriends at the time. I'm like, hey, let me give you a scenario and tell me what you think I should do. So, of course, he was like, look, I really think you should tell her. You know what I'm saying? If y'all friends and at the end of the day, you really value y'all friendship, you should tell her and not hold this, because that's going to make you feel bad. That's going to make you feel some type of way. And it's going to make you look guilty when there's really nothing for you to be guilty about, because you sent him on his way. So I did. I called her and I told her exactly what happened. And she got mad at me. I don't know if she kind of told her family that it was like me pursuing him or something to save face. I don't know. But I was very shocked at the response that I got from her. It was like, you, or y'all. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute, hold up. Like, dude called me. I'm thinking it's one thing. And, when he told me what it really is, I shut him down immediately. I have never talked to him again. I let him know it's not okay to call me. Don't call me. I don't know your number. I'm not calling you. Nothing is coming out of this. Like, you may not care for her, but I do, and I care for myself. And it's just like she kind of received it in a weird way for me that made me feel like, okay, you don't trust me, right? So it just made me feel like, dang, you kind of like throwing me under the bus, making me look or feel like I'm this horrible person when I told you the truth. I came out, I told you exactly what happened. And I just was like, the response was just weird, like making me look like I was coming after the husband, or I partaked in anything, or I was wrong, or, and I'm just like, I was wrong for not telling you sooner. I was wrong for thinking that I couldn't tell you, or I didn't tell you. I admit to that. I was wrong for holding this back from you. I didn't know how to, because this is a family, you guys. This is a husband and a wife with children, multiple children. So I didn't want to be the cause of that demise, but I had to realize I'm not the cause. He was the cause. Okay, I wasn't married. I was not in a committed relationship. So that was a burden that I had to heal. So that's one of the things about myself, you guys, because for a while, eventually, they did break up and divorce and separate and all of that stuff. And I feel like, the underlying problem was not me. There was something going on in that marriage that was not me, and I can't take the blame for that. But they're very happy. That's all that matters at the end of the day. She and I did kind of like catch up a little bit, I think once. But that was something that I had to heal, because again, I felt betrayed. I felt the betrayal. I felt like, why did you throw me under the bus? Like, why did you make it look like, or why did you treat me as if I was, wrong, or I wronged you in some way, shape, or form? Like, why did you go off on me as if I really did lay up with your husband? And what I'm saying, like, it was that type of, F you and this and that and to hell with both of y'all. It was that type of energy. So I'm like, okay, and I left it at that. So, just to let bygones be bygones, when we did catch up, years later, when we did catch up, I think that was just me releasing maybe the anger that I had towards her, me releasing, like, maybe buried, that resentment for even saying anything, or, whatever it was that I felt towards her. I was able to release it, and I don't hold any of that within me anymore. I've moved on past that, but I do have the memory. That's going to be something that will always be with me. It's the memory of that experience. And that's why I say you got to be careful about, bringing certain people into your relationships, around your relationships. You got to, regardless if that's family, regardless if that's, regardless of all of that, it's still masculine and feminine. Okay. And sometimes things can happen, and no one, I think, intentionally, not many, will intentionally be like, hey, all right, I'm finna do it, because sometimes that be family. They don't think I'm finna do it, but then at the end of the day, you got some people who be like, yep, I'm finna do it. It is what it is. So you just have to be very, very, very careful with who it is that you bring into a connection with your significant other, especially if you guys are married, because that's history right there. That's a long relationship, that if something were to go down, there's a lot of stuff that would have to be dismantled in that situation. So I would not put forth any energy in a relationship with connecting anyone that I don't feel need to be connected. No, you can't have his number. No, in the case of emergency, no, especially if he's not my husband. Absolutely not. Why do you need his number? And him, why do you need her number? You know what I'm saying? What do you need her number for? What are you going to do with her number? Okay. If you can't reach me, call my kids, call my mama, call 911. I don't care. You won't be calling her. You will not be calling her. Okay. So, what else is it that I wanted to talk about, you guys? We talked about, the signs of jealous friends, okay? The jealous bestie. Really, and like I say, jealousy, you guys, it sounds harsh. It comes off as if it is so harsh, but jealousy is not something that can be controlled. Anybody who tell you, oh, I can control it, it's a lie. Even I can experience the energy of jealousy, right? Never intentional, but you'll know when you got that energy of jealousy, and you have to really work on it, but you'll know when you got that energy of jealousy. Anytime you see somebody who has something that you want, or they're living the life that you want to live, and you continue to watch that person, let's say on social media, and you continue to watch that person, you continue to attach yourself to that person in the shadow, because that person don't know you watching them. That person has the slightest idea that you exist, So it's like when you start watching the more, that's when that's an energy of jealousy, you guys. Even though it seems like, no, that means I just like, no, because that idolization can easily turn into hatred. Okay, where now you become envious of that person, and now you just want to hurt or sabotage that person. There's a thin line between love and hate. There are some people out here who they consider fans, people who idolize even just the most random person, but the minute they don't get that attention back from you, or the minute you do something that they don't like, they will turn, okay, on you. Even though eventually, in the beginning, they loved you, they admired you, you really motivated them, you influenced them in some way, shape, or form. The minute you don't do what they want, or the minute they can't get what they want, or the minute, whatever they're going through is affecting them, they can switch like this. And next thing you know, you are now a target of this person. So when it comes to life, it's just about being real and not denying the truth. That's the worst thing you want to do, is live a lie. Okay. And especially a lie that you telling your damn self. All right. Ain't nobody else even tell you that. You telling it to yourself. All right. So you definitely want to make sure that you just keep it real, you guys, and be like, if I put this with that, I always ask, if they were stranded on the island alone, will they get it down? If the answer is yes, you ain't getting his number, and he's not getting yours. Okay, he's not getting yours. So I would just say be wise and be very, very, very smart. Okay, when it comes to who it is that you give access to your man. All right, and who it is that you give your man access to. Family, okay, friends, whomever, it doesn't matter. All right. So let me see. Is that about it, you guys? Okay, the level. All right. So a question is, Siren, how can I level up on a budget? So now you want to do things to keep your man happy, right? Now you want to look good. You want to feel good. You want to, about yourself, and you want him to see you, and you want him to acknowledge and, respond to you in that way. When he first met you, like, damn, girl. Leveling up on a budget, you guys, there are so many ways that you can level up that you don't even have to pull out your wallet, okay? First things first, you can level up by thinking higher of yourself. That's the first part, is your mental health, okay? How you feel about yourself. How do you see yourself? Like what type of affirmations would you say to yourself? You know what I'm saying? When you get up, how do you take care of yourself? Another way you can level up is, staying on top of your hygiene. Hygiene is very important. That's a way you can level up. Some people probably say, I get up, I brush my teeth every day. Yeah, you may brush your teeth every day, but what energy do you put into yourself every day? When you get up, do you make sure that you are, dressed? Do you make sure that you're looking good? Do you make sure that you're feeling good, every day? Are you dressing up just for him? Self-love is the cheapest form of leveling up, okay, that you can possibly do. It's self-love, you guys. I mean, just loving yourself enough to just do right by you, okay? Really and truly do right by you. Hold on. Excuse me, y'all. I got all this stuff going on over here. Y'all know this is where I do my other Siren Speak show. So, it's a whole bunch going on. But anywho, what you also want to do, you want to pay attention to your own mental health, okay? Really speaking highly of yourself, really giving yourself time to process things before you react, okay? It's react versus respond. This is very important when it comes to self-love and leveling yourself up, because if you don't know how to respond, if you're the type of person that reacts versus respond, then you're going to lose out a lot, okay? In life, you have to learn that you need to respond to things and not react to things. When you respond to things, it's like when you get mad or when someone triggers you. Let's say someone does something to piss you off, okay? Let's say you're dating and this guy does something that really pisses you off. Like he did something, just whatever it is. You don't want to react. The way you respond is you let a few days go by. Okay, maybe you don't want to talk to him right now. Let me just give it a couple of days before I say something, before I respond. Because when we react off of emotion. And when we respond off of intelligence. Okay, what have I learned about this situation? Am I still even angry? I may miss him 3 days from now. So why am I going to react to this situation right now? Granted, I feel very, hot and fired up about what it is that he did. But you know what? Let me give it a couple days. If I still feel the same, then I will break up with him then. Okay. But if you continue to react to situations, you're going to just waste your time and you're going to tire yourself out and you're going to inherit a lot of experiences and outcomes that you may not want. Because when you make those decisions based on your anger, when you're in the midst of that heated situation, then, you don't have to spin the block again. You're going to avoid spinning the block if you learn how to respond versus react. So when you react, that's when you do it right then and there. As soon as it happened, you don't give yourself time to cool down. Okay. You don't give yourself time to assess the situation or your feelings. Okay. You're making a decision based off the fact that you're pissed off and angry, which is not fair to you. Okay. So learning how to respond to situations versus reacting to situations is going to be something that is very beneficial for you. Also, you can level up by learning how to apologize. When we do something wrong, okay, it's not just about the other person doing something wrong all the time. Learning how to apologize, learning how to keep the peace in a relationship or in a connection, that's healthy for you as well. Okay. Learning how to say, hey, honey, I was wrong. Okay. I apologize. I understand that, by me doing this, it may have caused that. That was not my intention. So really learning how to keep the peace in your life is a part of leveling up. If you're somebody who you only know how to respond to drama and traumatic situations, and you only know how to respond by, loud and rah, 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 and this and that get back type stuff, you know how it is when you got to say things to hit below the belt, or you got to, no. Love yourself enough not have to deal with that or not having to do that, because what you're doing is lowering your frequency, okay, to act a fool, and it's not worth it. Them little 5 minutes or them little 30 minutes that you yelling and screaming and back and forth and all of this stuff, honey, listen, you wasting your time, okay? So love yourself enough to just know how to keep the peace in your life, y'all. These are ways that you can increase your vibration and that you can level up that don't cost you nothing. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything. So learning how to keep the peace in your life is a very important way that you can level up. All right, stop, like I say, stop reacting and start responding to things. Love yourself enough to give yourself time to say, you know what, Tyrone, you pissed me off, but just give me a few days, because if I say something right now or if I make a decision right now, I'm just going to give you the boot. Okay, let me know in a few days. I'll let you know in a few days how I feel, and I'll make a decision at that time if we're going to, be able to move forward and continue this thing going. So yes, love yourself enough to bring the peace in your life. Okay. Another self-love, or another way that you can level up, you guys know the physical way of leveling up, put a little pep in your step. Okay, make sure you keep yourself feeling good. Like, check yourself out in the mirror. Invest in a mirror. Okay, now this is one that's going to cost you some money. Invest in like a big mirror, a floor to ceiling type mirror, or those little mirrors that you can hang on the back of your door. And every day before you leave out the house, look in that mirror and rate yourself of 1 to 100. Okay. And throughout that week, see how many times you walk out that door and you feel less than 100. That's how you can tell if you have self-love. Okay. That's how you can tell how much you love yourself. If you walk out of that door out of 5 days and 3 of those days you like, I feel less than 100, but it is what it is, I'm finna just, then you already know. Okay. You have to put as much energy into yourself as you would like others to put into you. So leveling up, the way you feel about yourself, regardless of what you have on. I'm not saying you got to get up and you got to be dressed for the gods, even though it's recommended, but you got to feel good about yourself. Look in that mirror. I think we don't look in the mirror enough. And when I say look in the mirror, we're not looking in the mirror at the outfit. We're looking in the mirror at the reflection of us. Okay, we're not looking in the mirror at your hair, your lashes, and all of that stuff. You're looking in the mirror at your reflection. This person that is looking back at you, are you 100% satisfied with where her life is, what she's doing, her love life, her finances, her family life? Like, are you 100% satisfied with everything? Is there things that you can change that can bring about a higher reflection of yourself? So, I would say invest in the mirror, check yourself out, critique yourself, not look down on yourself, but find your highs and your lows and learn how to, balance those out. Okay. So, doing little things like that. Of course, you have the mundane, honey, by getting that hair done, nails done, everything did. Of course, that is one of the ways that you can level up. A lot of people think that, oh, that is so cliche. How can makeup level you up? How can an outfit level you up? How can, things of that nature level you up? It's just like, duh. Okay, why brush your teeth? Right? If some people consider that vain or vanity, why even brush your teeth? Why are you putting on deodorant? Why are you putting on lotion? Why are you even taking a bath? Can we say taking a bath every day is vanity because you want to be clean? Because you want to smell good? Because you want to feel refreshed and rejuvenated? Can we call that vanity? Then no. Any action that you take to better yourself, any action that you take to uplift yourself, okay, if that is a part of your self-love regime, if that is a part of your level up regime, then you have to do it without feeling guilty about it. Because sometimes people are going to, project their emotions onto you. They're going to project their procrastination onto you and make you feel bad. Oh, you think you all that? Oh, you're such a label whore. Or, oh, if it wasn't for the makeup and this and that. Do whatever you feel good about, not what others feel good about. Okay. Do whatever you feel you need to do to feel 100 every day. And don't let the decision or the feelings of others, okay, stop the way that you put energy into yourself, right? If you invest in getting your nails done, or you always got your hair done, or whatever it is that you do, feel good about it and continue to do that for as long as it's making you feel good. Okay. So I would definitely say the mundane, okay, of getting yourself together, putting yourself together, looking good. When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. Okay. So it is what it is on that. What else I would say about leveling yourself up is really, whatever lifestyle you see for yourself, becoming that, really experiencing that today. Not really saying, okay, I see myself as a very financially stable and secure woman. Okay. And I'm gonna wait until I make enough money to get there. No, you have to become that energy today. You are that energy today. Okay. Bring that about in your life. Start dressing like the woman who's very financially stable and secure. Start, acting like the woman who is engaged. Okay. Start acting like the woman. And when I say acting like the woman who is engaged, which means if you live alone, right? And let's say you're dating and your whole intent is to get engaged and get married, then learn how to cook, okay? Also learn how to share your space, because I find that to be one of the most frequent things that you guys talk to me about is sharing your space. Like, I'm just used to living alone. I already had to share with kids. My kids got their own room, but I don't want nobody else using my bathroom and things of that nature. Now, I have been in a marriage for a very long time, and I love having my own bathroom. But we do have a bathroom that we share, and then we have our own bathroom. We do have a closet that we share, and then we have our own closet. So it's not like I'm not going to share anything with him. You have to learn how to merge. Okay, that is what's comfortable for you, is how to merge. And once you get that, everything else will fall in place. So definitely become the woman who's engaged, become that woman who has a man, become that woman who is in a great relationship, really become that woman in your head and in your everyday practice first. And then you will see it start to, manifest in your life as an actual reality. Okay. So I really hope you guys appreciate the feedback that I gave in regards to your questions and concerns. I really appreciate you guys sending in your questions and any other concerns that you guys may have. Just go ahead and make sure you message me. You can follow me over on Instagram. It is simply Siren. For those of you who check out my vlogs, thank you so much for liking the vlogs. Thank you for your comments, if ever y'all leave any, okay? I really, truly appreciate it. Just so you guys know, I will be doing a seminar. If you are interested in attending the seminar, go to www.spiritualcandies.com and purchase your spot, okay, at my upcoming seminar, where we will be talking about topics like this and much more, okay? So I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much. And I guess that'll be about it, y'all. Peace out now. Going on.